red herring. Her skin was soft, breath was warm, innocuous touch sent chills down my spine. She was smart, intellectual, and confident, with a sarcastic and witty sense of humor. I couldn't help but crave her. And so I fell in love with a red herring, a distraction from the larger issue. Major depression, an eating disorder, insecurities, fear of rejection, painful memories, and a 3-year-old suicide plan. I was fresh out of the closet and desperate for a reason to live. I came out to her first. Her family helped me through it. They loved me, accepted me, supported me, built a home around my tears, and her family became my safe haven. She brought light into my eyes and air into my lungs. Sleepovers, trips to the beach, movies in the park, and constant adventures tore apart our boundaries. She broke down my walls, and I poured out my soul. Slowly, my love became an addiction. But I knew that she could never be mine. I would never kiss her beneath the stars, lying on the hood of that Subaru we drove everywhere in that summer, blaring One Direction and singing What Makes You Beautiful. I knew that I would never hold her in my arms while watching Moulin Rouge from that couch on her sun porch. I would never dance with her at prom, lost in the curves of her dress, her chin pressed against the shoulder of my tux as the sharp edges of my life became blurry. I was in love with my best friend, and she was as straight as the edges of the book that I peered over to stare at her beautiful eyes and shining hair as we studied together. That didn't stop me from wishing, from wanting, from praying that I still had a chance. I hated myself for not being enough to make her love me back. At night, sleep would not come. I would lie awake thinking, if only I were smarter or prettier or funnier or thinner, then maybe she wouldn't leave me. Maybe I had a chance. And I hated myself for falling in love, for letting her make me feel like our relationship had hope. I hated myself for letting her hurt me, for allowing myself to trust her. And I remember the day I stood in an empty parking lot as snowflakes fell on the shoulders of my plaid jacket, and for the first time I didn't cry. I clenched my fists, finally feeling anger instead of hurt. And I yelled, "I don't understand." But it was a silent scream. There were 1,000 moments that I thought she was falling in love with me, all the way to our last hug on the morning of my planned suicide. Just days before the marriage amendment vote that I didn't want to see pass. Have you ever wanted to stop existing? To disappear from a world that doesn't accept you? Have you ever felt so lost in your past that you had to squeeze your eyes shut to make it go away? Because I have. And I felt the bitterness of existence the morning that I sat on the edge of the bathtub, blood swirling in the water as I carved her name into my skin. And once again, I hated myself. Goddamn obsessed freak, no wonder she didn't love you. Of all the cuts that year, only 2 scars remain. The first is etched into my thigh, her name. I am forever reminded of the rejection. The second, in capital letters, stretching across my stomach, F-A-T, a constant reminder of my imperfections. I have to stop myself from looking through the box in my closet, a year of my life scribbled out, omitted from my story, and labeled with her name. Sometimes, when I can't make the thoughts disappear, I want to scream, to cry, to give up. But I'm still here, and I have never felt so alone. So tonight I will fall asleep, as I have every night since the last time we spoke, with the smell of her perfume built up beneath my fingertips from scratching at my broken chest. It is on nights like these that my blood flows transparent green, trying to remember the exact color of her eyes when I fell in love with her. She was my red herring, a distraction from the larger issue. Major depression, an eating disorder, insecurities, fear of rejection, painful memories, and a 3-year-old suicide plan.
Very brave.